Give it a few minutes for see if some people come in. If not, I'm just gonna start talking because this is crazy. I think it's really crazy. I'm just curious, like, what sense does that even make? Like, what sense does that even make? Mm. Might give it 3 minutes, then I'll just start talking because I'm just curious as to what's up with it. Like, I don't understand it. Mm. The 3 minute mark, I'm just gonna start talking. If anyone isn't here and I just don't see it, I'm waiting to see if some people come in just so I can start talking. If not, I'm gonna save it anyway. So whoever catch it, just drop down in the comments and let me know what you think, because I think it's crazy. If you see the title, then you know what I'm talking about. I think it's crazy. Really, really crazy. And I don't understand it at all. I might give it 5 minutes. We'll see. Because even if someone comes in, they might not even really know what I'm talking about, honestly. Because at this point, I'm like, how many times are they gonna call and when nothing happens, like nothing happens? It's crazy. Mm-mm-mm. And I'm not even gonna bear her that long. I'm just gonna say what I gotta say and get up off of here. I'm just curious. 5 minutes, I'm gonna start talking about it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm scrolling on YouTube on my TV, as I always do. And I see a title that says somebody reported Peach McIntyre to Child Protective Services. So initially I'm thinking it's an old one because of course it's not the first time, right? Then I clicked on it and saw where it said that she had just posted it. And I'm like, again, like, what really is in somebody's mind that probably don't even know this lady in real life to call CPS on this woman? What would make a stranger dislike somebody that much that they know from the internet, do not know them personally, only by what they see, what they decide to post on the internet, and will prompt you to call Child Protective Services on them and report them? Number one, this is not the first time. Number two, every time they've been called, this lady has done what was asked and her kids never got taken. So why would you continue to call? I'm sitting here looking at this latest video and she's literally had to take all her kids to the CPS office, have them questioned, have them checked out, all because somebody decides to call and lie. Because if you're somebody who's calling who don't know her personally, what would make you do that? I just don't understand. And the reason why I feel a way about this, because I'm a parent. And I feel like any parent should feel a way, or should have, feel a way about this. Because basically anybody can call and lie on you. I guess depends on what state you in. In her state, Florida, she says that if someone calls, it has to be investigated. It doesn't matter. It's not I don't understand that. Like, this is crazy. Like, you have to be an evil person to do that. You really do. You just have to be an evil person to do that. I'm sorry. You have to be an evil person to do that. Cause what? This person who is doing this can't have kids. They can't. Because I don't see somebody with kids doing that. Going by what you know of this person on the internet. And every time they get called, nothing happens. Her kids don't get taken. So what does that mean? That she is taking care of her kids, right? It has to mean that if they're getting called and her kids never get taken from her. Then on top of that, I know, Peach is strong, she portrays to be strong and, she's going to keep going and all this stuff. But this lady just had 2 babies. Do you know what that does to a woman? 1 baby does to a woman. This lady just had 2. Going back and forth to the NICU, making sure her kids get milk until they're able to come home. Taking care of her other 7 kids. Like, come on. That's a lot. Yes, Peach is strong, but a person can only take but so much. Of course and I don't blame her. Of course she's going to come on on the internet and show us that she's strong and it's not bothering her. But I know it has to get on her nerves. And I understand that she probably understands that she's a public figure and that things like this may happen. But this is a repeated thing for her. And I know it's getting to her. As a mom, as a person, period, I know it's getting on her nerves. I feel like because it's been so many times, every time they investigate, it's nothing wrong with their kids. They never get taken. They need to trace whoever is calling and bring them in for questioning. At this point, they need to trace whoever is calling and bring them in for questioning. And they need to get in trouble. Because what? 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 This is crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I will never understand how a person can watch somebody on the internet, a public figure, celebrity, whatever you want to call them, and because you don't like what they portray on the internet or what they post about their life, because you don't like them and don't even know them personally. First of all, I think that's a little off. Not really disliking somebody that much that you never met in real life. I really think that's a little off. Um, that's crazy. That's a little crazy. I really think that's a little crazy. I don't know. Is it me? Am I crazy for thinking that? Because I would never. Number one, I don't care that much about somebody that I don't know personally to be wanting to pick up a phone, call CPS, and try to get their kids taken from them. That's just like the meanest thing somebody can do in the world. You act like you seen this woman do something to her kids personally, and you did not. You did not. If you ask me, it looks to me like her kids are well taken care of. And obviously, if she took them to CPS, and they've done their investigation and nothing happens, then obviously those kids are being taken care of. She said the kids are questioned. She can't go back there with the older kids. Whatever the kids are telling them must be feasible for them to let them go back with their parents, because they leave with the parents every time. So are you going to keep calling? I mean, what is it? But again, I'm just going to say this one last time. I feel like the person who keep calling, if they can trace, I don't know, when you call, do you say your name, or is it you don't have to say your name? Can you be anonymous? I don't know how that works, because I would never do nothing like that. But I feel like, especially if it's the same person now, because it makes me feel like it's the same people that's doing it. Because that's crazy. It's like they probably from Florida, and they already know that if they do that she's gonna have to bring her kids in, or what have you. Like, I feel like this person needs to be called in and investigated as to why they keep doing that, because it's not making any sense to me at all. I mean, I don't know. Somebody tell me, am I crazy? I don't think I'm crazy for thinking the way I'm thinking about this. I don't. And I don't like it. I think this lady just had 2 babies. She just had a set of twins, as if she not already going through stuff, postpartum and all that. Come on, this can't be a woman with kids. It can't be a woman, period, and it can't be a woman with kids that's doing this. It can't. It can't. It just can't be. It's hard for me to believe that it's a woman with kids that then called CPS on this lady. Because let's imagine if it was you. If you're a person with kids and you did that, would you want somebody to do that to you? So I find it hard to believe that it's somebody with kids. But whoever is doing it is still wrong. Like, come on. Like, I think you should just be done with it at this point. Because this time she had to take them to the place. They investigated all the kids, questioned all the kids, that, the ones that could talk. And she went home with her kids, her and her husband. So now what? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Call again? Well, yeah, that's all I had to come on here and say. If you catch this later, my live later, just let me know what you think. Let me know what you think.